Coming straight out of Ecamm. Go, 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 go. Coming straight out of Ecamm. Go, 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 go. Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. Go, go, coming straight out of Ecamm fam. This the name of the jam. Go, coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. Go, go, coming straight out of Ecamm fam. This the name of the jam. Go, this is a jam with the Ecamm fam. It's a jam with the Ecamm fam. Coming straight out of Ecamm. Go, go, go. Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. Coming straight out of Ecamm fam. Is the name of the jam. Coming straight out of Ecamm. Coming straight out of Ecamm.
Hold it, stop the music!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I please have your attention?
Now it's showtime. Are you ready? Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, let's go.
What it do? Aloha, fam. Time for the Ecamm demo. All right, let's do this real quick. Get you over here. Live demo mode. We're going to go through all things Ecamm today, but I just wanted to start out by saying this is how you should start. If you are one of those people who are easily afraid by software windows on the screen, close them. Close all of them. For right now, you're going to need 2. This main one, I don't count this one. This one has to stay on. Otherwise, you can't see what you're doing. Anyway, you're going to need 2. You're going to need scenes and overlays, which we'll get into in a second. But I do turn on the comments one so that I can see what you folks are talking about. But if you're the type of person that's freaked out by having all the windows open, close them. You can do your entire production with just the master window open. You don't even need the scenes window if you know the shortcut keys or you know how to use a Stream Deck, or you have a Stream Deck. So, for instance, to go to the next scene, I hit Command right arrow, just like it shows on the screen, and I can dip back, Command left arrow. I can redo the intro. You see what I'm saying? So, like, really, you could just close all of the windows. If you like, oh, there's too many buttons, I'm going to have a cow, close them. This is none of your business. All right. Anyway, let's get started. So we're going to go through the whole software and show you stuff real quick. Like, we do have availability. If you have questions, if you're brand new, let us know so that we can make sure that you are getting what you need to know. So if you are brand new right here, just put new and feel free to ask your questions. I do request that you start them with a Q colon, as that makes it easy for me to spot and see the questions when they come up. And I'm going to try to get through the demo like mad fast, and then we can get into some more deeper stuff. I don't know what kind of cameras do you have? Let's just say in theory, no. Yeah, no. But there are ways to do this. Not complicated, but asking for failure. And I guess the bigger question is, this is me. I'm doing this right here. Why would I want Paul to touch my camera? What can Paul do for me with my camera that I can't do myself? Right? I mean, in a way, once you set up the camera, what else is there to do? Like, it's set. Like, you don't have to touch anything. Now, if you're trying to get somebody to control your PTZ, yes, that can be easily done remotely depending on your PTZ camera. Bird dogs, Man, I forgot the other brand. PTZ Optics, Sony's, any of the higher end PTZ cameras can be absolutely controlled remotely because of security, right? I mean, if you not that kind of security, but I mean like security guards. If you're at the casino and you're cheating, the person that's finding out if you're cheating might not even be in the same building, right? Because they're controlled over I was gonna say HTML. No, but you can change the Ecamm switcher with the Stream Deck pedal, which you can put wherever you're at, or you could take like a mini Stream Deck or Stream Deck Mobile, all of the above, and put it where you're located, right? So I got your cameras are across the room. They're zoomed into the machine. You're inside, you're doing something. You want to switch an angle, you can step on a pedal and switch it. You could probably even build voice commands to help you change the scenes, because if you go command 2, command 3, so you could probably easily with Apple shortcuts or something build a shortcut that says, when I say Siri, change the scene, go to the next scene. And so, yeah, I mean, you could, that would be relatively easy to do. But Stream Deck pedal or long Stream Deck on a cable is the best option, right? Yeah. Ooh, man, mouse just, where you go, mouse? Come back. Hold on. Mouse just went dumb. God, you gotta love technology. All right, let me plug this baby in. Why, mouse, must you be crazy? Hank, why would you trust Paul with your camera? That's not a good look. Hold on, my mouse just went stoops. You gotta love technology. All right. No, while you're doing one of work, wait, we might be in, I mean, I guess I could control the whole thing by keyboard shortcuts, but a mouse would be a lot easier. Hold on. Man, I blame Tati and Katie for this noise because they just did their whole stream on what happens when you have stream fails. And no, this is charged. I charged it last night, so that's why it's even more funny. It's not that it's not charged. I legit charged it last night. There we go. Now we're cooking with Pam. All right, we're back. That's funny. Yeah, and you know what, Paul? That the reason why that's funny to me is I definitely have a calendar reminder to charge my mouse from time to time, because the one that cracks me up is all of the idiots that bitch about the Apple mouse having the cord on the bottom, because in that minute that I sat there and fought this mouse, right? If I was using the Apple mouse and I plugged it in for that minute, it will work for 3 more hours, 2 to 3 more hours, depending on what you're doing, for 1 minute of charge. So if your Apple mouse battery died, put the plug in and then swear at it for 60 seconds and then unplug it, and you got 2 to 3 more hours of work. So all of the idiots that go, why did Apple put the charger on the bottom? I just want to punch them in the gonads. Anyway, so yeah, back to the ranch. I think it's just a Bluetooth hiccup, Jeremy. Good question though. I really do believe it. James, why you want to be so friendly? Look at James. James is excited. What's up, Jimmy? Good to see you, bro. All right, let's go. So anyway, let's talk about these profiles real quick. Like, booyaka! All right, so as you see, I got a whole bunch. I even stopped screwing up my Ecamm Masterclass by making a new one the other day. But I can't switch profiles live, so we're just going to rock with it like this. And that's how I set up what I call my houses. Think of each profile as a house. And then so to each profile, we're going to have our scene situation here. So I'm going to pop up the scene window. I want to think of these as rooms in the house. for this particular showgram, I'm going to delete all the last week's ones and start again. No problem. All right, so now here we are. One thing I need to do is open up my overlays window. I see that, Paul. And overlays is going to be like our furniture, and I'm going to 86 all of the furniture that's in this room as well, including this camera. Bye. All right, I'm also going to 86 the background. Boom. So this is what it looks like. Man, I wonder if I get rid of these two here, if they will affect my other profiles. Anyway, so now we're naked, right? So all we have is a blank scene, nothing inside the overlays. First things first, I like to have a background. So I'm going to drag this background and drop it in. Now, as you see, here it is in this scene. If I come down here on the bottom and press the camera and then move this camera in the middle, this is basically my scene, right? I'll embiggen this camera later, but for now, we just leave it there, hit the crosshairs, it's in the middle. All right, so here's the problem though. If I generate a new scene, pressing this big old button down here on the bottom, new, empty scene, right? If I press that, I get back to a black screen. And then that means I'd have to go again and add my background again. And that's stupid. Okay, so let's not. We're going to start one more again. We're going to 86 the background just for the sake of purposes. And then I'm going to insert a new scene. Kurisu-chan, Ohayo gozaimasu. Oh no. Nanji desu ka? Anyway, so this time I'm going to drop into background, show in background. Okay? So that way, when I pop the camera on, it's there. When I go back to this scene right here, it's there because I have the background. I can even put a movie back there. Again, I'm going to drop it in the background. And then if I dip out, because it's the master background, every time I'm there, generate a new scene, they're all in the background. Okay? So let's go back to this. I hate moving backgrounds. I think they're dumb, but that's just me. You do what you want. I'm go like that, and then go like that. And now, boom, in the center. Woohoo! Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to name this scene. And then I'm actually going to make this my guest scene because that's where I'm going to put my guests later on. But I'm going to just leave it there. Now, in this particular scene, I'm going to do host and guest. Don't press buttons you don't mean to press. All right, so now I'm going to add another camera again using this camera button. But this time, I'm going to press on the pencil and change it to Squirrel because you got shapes. I'm going to unembiggen it to about X big, line it up to about right here, and I'm going to call that a day. Now, I want to add one for my guests, right? So, couple options. Option key, hold it down, drag this over. That's a copy. Or I can select this, Command-C, copy, Command-V, paste, drag it over. If I paste again, drag it over. Paste again, drag it over. You get it? You understand me, right? Y'all understand we. So I got two copies. I'm going to throw this over here. And I'm going to move this, bam, right there. There's my lines. Lined it all up. You represent that remark? Not no remark. All right, so we got this. And then I'm going to change this to a guess. Guess one. Too many slushies at Kid Camp this week. Why did I miss guess one? There you go. Now it's cooking with Pam. Now we are cooking with the Pam. Yes, we are cooking Pam. All right, so we're getting that together there. Hi, ho. hope, it's off to work we go. Sorry. I'm losing it. I am losing it. Yes, we are losing it. Alrighty, so now we're going to do is go in here and do the text, okay? So let's get ready to do the text boxes. Please do not end up on the opposite screen. Yes, they're here this week. Sometimes they just end up on the other monitor, which drives me batty. I'm going to move this. Oh, yeah, the animated background. Hey, if you like it, you knock yourself out. I just don't like it. And so, okay, here's another. Here's a quick one. Some people will say that the reason why you don't want to use an animated background is because they're distracting. If your audience is easily distracted, you should rethink what you're talking about. All right, I'm done. I am absolutely done. Yeah, I don't think your audience should be distracted by. If your audience is distracted by your background, your content sucks balls. Let's just start right there. Hello, E Boogie. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna put down a name. Through the pipe. Not that kind of pipe, Paul. Now, somebody brought this up recently in the well, that's right, I can't rescale this. Somebody brought this up in the Ecamm group about wanting to have absolute font numbers. I get it. Not kind of sort of really necessary because you just build a pattern, you build an SOP, and you follow it. Anybody who's watched me do this will tell you, here's my SOP. If the font I type it in is at 64, I make my subscript 48. If I had super subscript, which I don't have, I'd make that 36. I normally make my second line one step backwards. So if I started this now here, you know what? Let's show something here for a second. This might make sense. Let me go ahead and make this as I wish. I want to do thin, and then I want this to be regular, and this to be bold. All right, that's how I tend to do it. And let's just say we're going to leave it like that. So we got 64 and 48, okay? So, of course, that's just dumb massive. So I shrink it down to a size that's about how I like it, pop it in about right chunk, and then I pull this out, and then I line them up, right? That's just me. Now, let's just say in supposition, that was 64 and 48. Let's just say I created a next one, right? I did the same thing. All right. I'm not gonna attempt to spell re-incubate. So let's just look. We're gonna start this one at 48 on purpose, right? I'm still gonna take the bottom line and drop it to 24, and then I'm gonna take this one and bold it, and this one and thin it, okay? And then I'm gonna add it. Check this out. If I scale these two the same size, the boxes are even. Look, they're the same size. So you don't really need to have absolute font number because it's going to scale proportionally if you follow a plan. I have a plan. I follow it, right? Make the top line whatever number you want. Make the bottom line one step down. And it's to commute. You shut up, Paul. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. That is one of those, as Diana Glatney likes to say, that is one of those majoring in the minor. Yes, would it be dope if we had absolute font numbers? Yes, but do you really need it? No. Why? Because you know how to use Ecamm. So the scale is the scale. Even if I started that sucker, let's just say let me come back in here. Let's say I started that sucker at 288, right? And then I type Powell. And I'm just going to put a dunk in for now. And then I hit Command Enter. And then I went Cat Daddy. And I made this second line, which is so hard to see right now. But I'm going to start it at the word cat. And then come down to the bottom. Even if I selected that and dropped that to 128, if I added it to here as big as it is, once I scaled it down so that it matches the other one, and I'll fix the bold and whatever later, look, it's still the exact same thing. Like, you can tell these are the same size. The only difference now is because I couldn't see, I didn't spell it out. But it would totally work. Right? So let's take the Duncan. I'm just using my highlight keys to move backwards. And we're going to put this on bold. And then we're going to come to the Cat Daddy. And then we're going to put this on thin. And it's the same thing. Look, it still matches. So you don't really need to have absolute font numbers. It means about nothing. Right? So I get it. I'm a graphic designer myself, but I also understand ratios, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, nice feature request. Hopefully one day we'll get it, but don't let that be your excuse, because it don't mean nothing. What is Hank talking about? What are y'all doing? Oh, we know the answer to that question, Eden. Paul. Look, I'm gonna put y'all on the same team. Now I gotta Photoshop a picture of Eden and Paul together as one. Anyway, so just wanted to show you that important distinction in doing your font situation, because it kind of sort of, well, I can leave that there. It kind of sort of doesn't matter. All right. That's because Paul is my second brain. All right, so now let's go into this camera situation. I just want to show you something here. Oh, that's weird. My HD60X is not showing a preview. Weird. That is weird, but who cares? It works. Let me grab an Insta360 link. That's weird. Preview's not there. Hi, gravy. Let me put the guest over there. So there's my guest one. It's one of my favorite things about the new 4.0, even though my previews seem to be broken at the moment. I just like how you can just drag a camera in and replace anything on the fly. Like, to me, that is just straight up saucy. I love that. So just know you can do that. You can also click the pencil, come over here, select camera B, come back, select camera F. That's my guest or my friend, right? So you can do it that way too. I could even come over here and do something odd, select camera E, which looks like the same camera. However, people who don't like Windows, if I press the Harry Potter wand right here, I get my camera effects box, make sure it says camera E for Eden, and then I can embiggen it like so. And then hit it with the black and white. And then like over, oh, don't do that. That's gonna mess up both cameras. I don't like to mess with my camera settings anyway. So that's something that you can do. Hit it like that, hit witness protection program. It's like, oh, how come our secret guest moves at the same time as our host? Now they can't tell. So I can have, my secret guest being incognito over here on camera E. And then all we got to do is.
So what happened was the Sinaloa cartel hit me up, and I was like, I don't want to do that. And they said, well, if you don't do it, you're going to get in trouble. So I ain't no snitch, but I also don't want to go to jail.
All right, there you go. The dumb things that you can do with camera E. I'm going to put this back. Eden, if you were a guest, I would put you as camera E. Just saying. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm going to ignore them because they're going to mess up my demonstration. Look at my cool little sticker. It's a ninja. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, so I can close camera effects. We're not going to use that any longer. Now, what I would going to want to do is make a new scene, and let's call this our browser scene. And we're going to pop in the camera, switch it to Squirrel, unbigging it to about X big, slap it. Then we're going to pull this down here, and then we're going to just drop in our guest. See how easy this is? Like, I swear to you, I'm going to have to do this one day. If I was to set up a brand new podcast from zero, I could do the whole thing in maybe 3 minutes, and that's knowing I can't type for crap. Maybe 4. I'll give myself 4 because I can't type. If I could type, I could set up an entire podcast in under 4 minutes in Ecamm. Soup to nuts. Soup to nuts. I'm willing to do it just to see because I'm pretty positive I can set the whole thing up in seconds. Anyway, click this bad boy. Come over here and select Chrome. You'll see you guys in there. In there. Let's do something. Who bought anything crazy on Amazon this go around? Right? Here, let's get a coffee pot. Right? So you can just see if you needed to share something with your guests. Actually, I kind of want this coffee pot. I have all fellow coffee equipment, so I kind of want this coffee pot. I used to have all Hario stuff, but it's all older from when I was in Japan. And so now I got all fellow stuff. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so that's how you would do that. Let's duplicate this. And then we're going to call this one Keynote. For those who like to rock, we salute you. All right, we're going to open up the Keynote app. What do you mean a whole new page of scenes? I'm just making these scenes on the fly. What do you mean whole new page? And like how many scenes do you have where you need more than one page? I'm curious, Monsignor Hank. All right, so now we got Keynote coming open. And believe it's there. Let me switch this to Keynote. All right, so it's bringing up a downloads window, which more than likely is hiding behind this window. Yeah, I didn't, see, I was right. I didn't buy anything on camera day. What else calling that thing? Prime Day. I didn't see anything worth buying. All right. This presentation is downloading. Give it a second. You know what's funny, Eden? I did need to get new Anchor power adapters because I lost somewhere my battery bank for my Anchor, which I really love. And Anchor has a new electric cord, extension cord. That's the proper terminology. They have a new extension cord that has all of that stuff on there. But, you know, the Prime Day sale stuff is semi-fake, so it wasn't that. Yeah, I'm going to still pick that up, but I'll probably do it in San Diego. And you can buy all of the Anchor stuff at Best Buy if you live near one, and then they'll match the Amazon price, which is stupid, but that's how they roll. Anyway, so here in Keynote, this is important, right? Here in Keynote is if you come to the window up here, next to that is the word play. Let me embiggen this. When you go to play your slideshow, make sure you have this in the window check, not full screen. You want in a window, and you'll see why in a second. If I hit play, I get this window, right? And then if I needed my show notes, I could do that. and you don't see this part. So this can stay here. I can pick this up, move it to my, what do you call this guy over here? Teleprompter side, and then reselect this, select the name of the presentation, and there's my presentation. So I would be here. I can see my presentation on the old teleprompts, right? So I can make adjustments to my presentation. Let me just realign it for a second. But I can read my presentation on the teleprompter. I got my show notes right here. And, you know, not that I really need to see it on the presentation, but it's a good way to make you look straight, because otherwise you're looking at your notes over here. So I'm looking at everything that you see in the box right there, I can see on my teleprompter. Okay? So let me show you what. Yeah, actually, you know what? This is one of those situations where you got to be like, this is Missouri, to show me state. Let me populate this to something big. All right. And then let me entertain you. We're going to go like this. There's this app. If you need to know more about it, ask the chica in the chat. All right. I'm going to bring this here. I'm going to pop this in here. Go in here. CAMO. I'm going to uncharge my phone. Listen, dear Camo, I need you to remember the last device I plugged in. I should not have to register it with a QR code every bombaclat time. If I knew somebody there, I would talk about it. Anyway, so let me, actually, I'm going to leave the Camo demo window here so you can see. That is in the teleprompter right there, right? So if I change the slides, click on Keynote. If I change the slides, click on Keynote, he says. There we go. You know what I'm saying? So I can see everything right there in there. I can look really cool while I'm doing it. And even if I wanted this window to be slightly bigger and place it on top, right? For now, let's 86 to guess. Look, I could even do something cool like this, because I don't make my keynotes with small writing in the corner. And I could just be up in this piece, doing my keynote, controlling my slides, you know, bam, looking like a pro, right? Okay, now she's giving tech support in the chat. Let me put all these things back. Look how easy that is. He didn't say it. Let me close this. We're done. She said, the QR code thing pops up, but you just need to hit the plus sign. Okay, there you go. I think it probably does happen that quick. I just don't notice. Miss Lady Girl, first of all, welcome to the show. All right. Second of all, I got to tell you, this is a frustration of mine. I purposely do it. Everybody knows this. I purposely do it. I don't say live when I talk about the program. I just call it Ecamm. I am working on trying to convince our developers that they just drop the name live. But so many people know it as that. But yeah, you definitely do not have to go live. I use it all day, every day, barely use it for live streaming, right? One of the most common things I use it for is going in here. I'm going to just cheat on this real quick and hit this button right here. Pop this in the middle like such. And then I record my Instagram and YouTube videos just like, that's what I use it for. I use it for this probably more than anything else. But yes, you can absolutely use it to record. You can use it to record anything. All of the Ecamm demos that are not this demo. Wait, let me make my English actually work, because I do speak it from time to time. All right. If I were to go here and press upon this button and ask to see my channel in the next window, and if I go down here and you see all these purple videos, every single one of these videos is.
Aloha,
Hey,
Ecamm
shut up,
fam.
dude. Every single one of these videos is recorded in Ecamm and Ecamm alone. Like, yeah, so you definitely don't have to go live. And you could even use it to do something crazy like such. Let me do this real quick. Oh my God, dude. The new sign-in process for Zoom makes me want to punch that app in the face. All right, so let me make a new meeting. Okay, so this is going to be really crazy. Matter of fact, it's probably easier for me to bring this over here, but I'm going to bring the, it doesn't work. I'm going to bring the Zoom window here. And yes, it's driving you batty for now, but let me go back to the keynote situation. And I need one that's kind of sort of full screen. You can't hide self view here. Oh, you can. No, you need another person. Anyway, so as you can see by the cycle window, I'm using Ecamm as my camera in Zoom, if that makes any sense, right? I know it's kind of weird, but this is my Zoom window. This is what people would see in Zoom. And I basically select Ecamm as my camera in Zoom. If I pop out of demo mode for a second, there we go. Basically, what you see on the window right now is exactly what people in Zoom see. It's backwards just because Zoom is silly, but it's real for everybody else. That was not going to work. I'll just try it. I just wanted to see if it'll work. No, it doesn't work. But anyway, yeah. So there's a couple thousand ways you can use it, and that's my primary way that I do this. Now, back to live demo mode. All right. And let me please quit Zoom before I blow something up. It works with Teams. It works with like pretty much anything on your computer that's asking for a camera. You can select Ecamm as the master camera, and then you're good to go. Right? That make your life so much easier. So much easier. It is kind of the absolute bomb. Eden, if only. Anyway, you guys don't understand that, but Eden just says she can't speak English in Korean, which is funny because neither one of us Korean is our native tongue. Anyway, let's go now. What are we doing now? We made the browser situation. We made the keynote situation. The next thing I want to do is show you another opportunity in the same as the keynote situation. Yo, you and me both, Eden. I'm going to close this window for a second because this also came up this week in a general conversation. I know I have one in here someplace. Let me grab a PDF. PDF, where are you? Here's a PDF. All right, so I'm going to grab a PDF, and I'm just going to drop it in like such. Boop. And then I can scale it. So this one won't make a lot of sense because it's just like this. So you could just put a PDF in and scale through all of the things. I need to find a PDF that has more links than slides. Here, I'll do this one again. Here's our affiliate handbook, right? So this one, kind of looks like a regular normal person PDF. So the person had posited the question, what if I don't want to paginate my PDF? What if I just want my PDF to allow me to scroll through the pages as if I was, scrolling through the pages? And we're like, okay, so check this out. Here's one option is you can hit the browser situation like this and scroll through the pages, right? Or check this out. I haven't tried it this way. Normally you put this online, but let me see if I could just do it from here. I'm just copying this URL. And then I'm gonna come back to this and I'm gonna hit on the widget button here in the bottom. I know this worked if the widget if it happens to be a live page, but let's see if it works with just a file. Okay, and I'm gonna hit. This is just me, 1920 by 1080. You can do what you want. I'm gonna hit high res mode, keep running. Always hit those, it's just me. I'm gonna say add the widget overlay. Look. Looky. Okay, so now here it is, and I can still scroll. But in this particular case, this is where it's going to get crazy. At the bottom of this window, you'll see there's a little thingy. If you slide the thingy to blue, now I'm controlling this page. This is a live web browser. If I were to hide my Ecamm buttons for a second, and then that makes it full of page. This 86 is the side. I can scroll like a boss. I can scroll. So even without uploading in it to someplace, boom. See? So now you know. Now you know. That, my friends, is so cool. So while we in here doing this, let's go back to the YouTube section. Let's grab this video from that doc dude. We're going to click on the pencil. It brings back up this web widget editing situation. We're going to paste in the YouTube link. All right, we're going to hit go. Boom. Aloha, Ecamm family. Check it out. We're going to tell that dude to shut up. And look, it is a live YouTube page, right? I could even hit theater mode and still have a live YouTube page. I can even pause the video because that dude be talking, right? So now, if I were to open up my sound levels and then let this dude loud again and press play, side of Ecamm Live. What do I mean by that? It makes a difference in whether I can lower the volume like such. So this dude can be yakking in the background with his large ass head, and I can control everything. So a lot of times, I might be wanting to go through a series of videos and be like, all right, that dude's, let's see what the British dude got to say. And we could just click on that and just get to the next. Now, I'm not logged in right now, so you guys got to watch commercials. I don't watch commercials at YouTube Premium. And let me give you a public service announcement. Here's a public service announcement. I don't care how broke you are. Get YouTube Premium. Watching commercials on YouTube is slowing you down. You have so much to learn, so much to do. It's 15 bones. If you don't pay for nothing else, pay for that one. Like every time I go to somebody's computer and they got commercials on their YouTube, I just wanna bang my head in the wall. I'm like, come on. Stop drinking Starbucks. Stop smoking cigarettes. Pay for YouTube Premium. I don't work there. I'm not sponsored, but there's way too much dope info to be sitting through commercials you can't skip. Oh my God. Anyway, back at the ranch. Let me go back to what I was doing. So yes, you can jump around. You can do whatever. You can load round about any type of web pages up in this piece if you wish. Look, I haven't tried this, but let's just say, let's go in here and let's change the HTTPS. Let's just do slamazon.com. Boom. We could even go live shopping in Slamazon together, right? And we could check out this monotard or one. I don't know what the heck these verbiages are. I don't wear these kind of clothes. Yeah, so we can go ahead and look. We can be like, hey, let's get some powder blue kicks because these are in season. Ooh, these ones are on sale. What the heck kind of Kmart brand is this, and why is it $250? That's not even Adidas. How the hell are they $250? All right, let me stop shopping. Meanwhile, this is why I can't do these things. I squirrel. Squirrel. Dude. Yes, exactly. Right? Just find, you can get 6 people now. So if it's $15 a month for 6 people, I don't know. You do the math, right? I mean, for less than $3 a day, you too can never watch $3 a month, YouTube can never watch YouTube commercials. Anyway, so just wanted to show you the widget format version of adding things. You can do some pretty incredible things. Look, you can even refresh the page with the little refresh button. And then if you need to rescale it or something, you turn the hand off down here on the bottom. Triggering this hand on and off now will allow you to unembiggen it, re-embiggen it, whatever, right? So you got options. You, my friend, have options. Look, you can even throw a little transition to slide it in from the right. And then I could take this, and I don't know about y'all, I kind of stopped it with transitions primarily. Everybody wanted it. We got it now, and I never use it. But just to show you it works. Doo. So you can hit that, and you can go snoop, like that. There you go. All right, let me please turn these back off before I want to punch myself in the eye. It's one of those things. It's just one of those things. All right, wait, let me show you guys one more trick. One more trick. This is a good one. I'm going to add this camera, F, and I'm going to line it up with this box right here, and then I'm going to unembiggen. And so that way you can have a border too. But there'll be really nothing in this camera. And when it's live, you won't really see it. No, we're not sharing the desktop. I'm going to do this all over again. So get your pencils out, write this down. Let me hide my fake thing, and let me hide this widget. Okay. Man, I thought I told you to get rid of that. Listen, let's pick a web page. Let's pick any web page, right? Let me go and grab another web page. I'm just looking for something else. All right, check this out. I'm going to grab a web page right here, okay? I'm going to come into Ecamm. Down here on the bottom, I'm going to press the globe. It pops that up. Then I'm going to go into this widget URL, and let me embiggen it. I'm going to paste in a URL. You can leave it like this. That's not doc. I go 1920 by 1080 because I tend to stream in 4K. All right, I'm going to hit high resolution mode, keep running. I'm going to dip out, add widget overlay, count to 3. Bam. I'm going to put it in the corner, and then I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to say, DJ Rob, when you update your website, let's get responsive website. Anyway, that's my homeboy right there, the creator himself of the Ecamm Fam Jam. And look, just like that, I can be like, if you're in, look, let me resize. I have it still in sizing mode, so let me stop that because I'm going to break what I'm doing. That will be, you guys got buffering because I don't have any warnings on my side. And the stream will always buffer. I don't control the internet. I just teach how to do this stuff. All right, so what I'm going to do is down here on the bottom, I'm going to press this. And then what that does now is allows me to activate the page. So I can tell people, if you are looking to find a DJ in Lost Wages, go check out this site. And then we can be over here. I can be showing them around this site. Or maybe I'm teaching web stuff and I'm, critiquing this site. But boom, this is simple, easy, well laid out. You know what I'm saying? It's how you do it. So you can pick any page in the planet and you can just show people how to do it. We can even creep over to Instagram, or all these buttons would work. So if I hit his YouTube page right here, it's going to load his YouTube page just like that. And let me turn that down before it makes a noise and gets us fired. But yeah, so all of the above is completely accurate. Look, you can even go back a page because it is a functioning web page. Poo-yow! What is up, E? Begets. Yeah, it is kind of dope. It is kind of dope. I love that version because one thing everybody was doing is trying to play YouTube videos live as sharing, and there's about too many steps going on in that process. So you're eliminating like 2 of those steps by just doing it as a widget. But honestly, if I'm doing that, I'm gonna download the video. I try not to play YouTube videos live while I'm live because it's the internet. You're just asking for something to break. But people are hard-headed and they don't do the prep work. So if you don't do the prep work of downloading the video from YouTube and you need to play something live, it will work. I'm just saying use it sparingly because you're asking your computer to do a lot. Now, my computer is a Mac Studio fully loaded, so I could probably do it with no issues. But if you have a smaller, like my Mac Mini M1 over here, yeah, I don't even trust it to do that. It's not something I do. I was getting shot while okay. How's my Swiss German? How's my Swiss German? Anyway, let's go. We got that done. Oh, let's bring up some sound effects. Pop up the sound effects window. And then let's just say we wanted to make a noise. It's quiet. I'm going to crank this up, then you can hear it. I like to keep all of my sliders at 80. Let me unmute interview for a second, put it back at 80. I like to keep all of my sliders at 80 just due to the fact, boom. I just did that too. Anyway, let me put this back. Yeah, this is a conversation that is kind of sort of up to you, but yeah, all right. So first of all, I use Keynote. I don't use PowerPoint. Keynote theoretically is beefier, but yeah, that's a different conversation. Anyway, so I could take this, go to my edit screen, and go to this, and let's dip out of the play box for a second. Let me put here, move this to the side, grab a video, place it in the window. Now, here's the thing. This is funny, but I don't even know how to describe what I'm about to say, because the whole idea of putting the video into the presentation was because you only were doing a presentation. But you got Ecamm, so you're actually live. So you can actually put the video and the presentation on screen simultaneously. So in reality, there is no reason to put a video in the presentation. This is what I'm saying. People have to rethink how they do this madness, right? But let me just show you, because some of y'all insist on doing the things the way you always did it. And so we're going to allow that to proceed and continue to rock the mic. Let me switch this back to Keynote. And so there is my situation. There's the video. And the video plays. Right, so what you're looking at right now, hopefully, is recording this. All right, so let me bring this down. So yes, you can put the video in the Keynote. The reason why it's white down there, I'm gonna move this off screen just because it's in my way. So you can absolutely 100% put the video in the Keynote and it will play. I don't get this. If I needed to cover this particular scene, exact same scene, in my party, here's what I would do. This is just me, right? Y'all got to do it your way, but let me explain you why. One of the first reasons we put video in a PowerPoint initially, videos and animations in PowerPoints, and I'm going to use the word PowerPoint, but I mean Keynote. Microsoft, no, not happening. Xbox, dope. Everything else, not me. I worked at Apple, so I'm biased. The original reason for videos and animations in a Keynote or PowerPoint presentation was to break the monotony. But you have a live video camera. There is no more monotony. You are the animation. Now, let's say there's a teaching situation and that teaching situation requires you to play that video sample. Here's what I would do. I'm gonna leave my keynote scene like this. I'm gonna dip back out to another scene, and then I'm gonna have another scene right here. So I'm gonna have a brand new one. I'm gonna delete this. I'm going to place in that same exact video, but I'm going to make sure that I am pushing it into the current scene. I'm not going to drop it on the field. I'm going to drop it in the overlay panel under current scene. It's going to give me this question. Do you want to add this as an animated overlay? Why, yes. Okay, so now I'm going to place that right there, and then I'm going to make this bigger. Now, I'm going to remove my guest for a second. The key element of this was that wording that said start with live video. I'm just going to press the text box, and I can't type. Let me put this at a normal size so I can see like a human. So there you go. Right? Pop that. Go down to boom. And maybe even I want to keep them like, you know, I had it in force. I'm just hitting the command enter. So I'm going to add that, and I'm going to unembiggen that, and then I'm going to place it right here, right? So I got the exact same experience as what was on the other situation, but one, my face is there, so I can still talk this through. I can pause this video and bring up some points and show you how I was talking about the bandwidth modulator here. Like, to me, there's nothing wrong because we're live, we're interactive. Dip out of your keynote scene for a second to go to the video page and then dip back in. Number one, the resolution will be better. Playing the video as a whole video in Ecamm. Now look, let's take this even further. Let's get rid of this, and let's get rid of this dummy, and let's get rid of this, and let's just play the whole video as a thing. I'm gonna drag the whole video in this time, turn it loose from the go back to your presentation, and then, you know, continue to march in your presentation, right? But then when you're ready to play the video section, just go to the video section in Ecamm, right? To me, it's a better way. You do you, but yes, you can play a video in your keynote or your PowerPoint. If your machine is not that gangster, don't try it. It's not an Ecamm thing. Whenever you're live, like if you're just presenting in Zoom, it'll probably be fine. If you're live, that is the second most difficult thing you will ever ask your computer to do. So live video is like editing video live on the fly. You're throwing 30 frames a second of 4K or 1080 video, and your computer's busting its butt because you're live. So in theory, don't question. And I wish I was in charge of teaching people how to do keynote, because I would be like, never put the video in the keynote if you're going to do it from your computer. I would say, got muted where, Paul? Where did I get muted? Oh, got it. I got it. I see what you're saying. When you pop in the video like that, it will make you go mute. Anyway. Yeah, there you go. And because nobody understands. Like, when I was in college, I had a very dope presentation teacher, and she taught us everything. You could tell by my presentations, like, I don't put 3,000 words in there. I don't do animations. I don't do any videos, because it's easier to play them separately because you run into less hassle. But people that learned it the hard way, they put like all the stuff in the PowerPoint They got like 5,100 data points about this big on the screen that nobody in the back can read, and they do all this weird stuff and it's unnecessary. So if you're stuck with it, know that it will work. If you have problems with performance, you got to break it up. Like, that would be the best way. If somebody sends it to you and they want to run that, ask them, can they send you the video separately? Because running the video through PowerPoint into Ecamm at the same time you're going live or running the Zoom, you're stacking a bunch of things on your computer at once versus dividing them, right? So playing the video by itself plus Ecamm Live is one situation. Playing the PowerPoint by itself plus Ecamm plus Live is a different situation. But playing the video inside of a program that we can't exactly control and you're live, screen sharing, it's a lot. Your computer is going to be like, why are you bothering me? So you got two options. Mac Studio, because it will do it. Or try to divide and conquer. But yeah, it's a very good question. I wish I could just go fix all the presentations. I go to conferences all the time, and then I go up there, and now you know. I cannot help but sit in the front, and I swear, even from the front seat, some of that text be so tiny, and I'm like, who invented this presentation? I'm super curious. Like, why'd he put all of that in there? Anyway, so that's that. Then we got our sound effects, right? Let me do something here. Let's go back to this, and then we're gonna go back to that. We're gonna put that there. Go right here. We're gonna hit screen share. Poops. Hit that. Hit Ecamm. Da-na-na. And then sound effects. There we go. That's what we want. Check this out, folks. I'm going to hold down the Option key. I'm going to creep this in. Hold down the Option key, creep that in. Why? I just like it so that it looks better. I'm weird like that. Okay, so now we got our sound effects windows. You'll notice next to each sound, there's a little gear. That's where you can control the volume of these things. Then there's a little letter because that means I have a shortcut key. If I press S, it plays that. If I press R, what other letters do I got in here? I got M, P, right? So you can play them at the same time. You can do this, right? And you'll notice there's a little counter on the box to let you know that they're working. I can play this. You know, please pick better music. I was just clowning when I built this. But yeah, so you can even get in there and do all of that. There's the answer to your question, Eric, Keystroke Pro. Booyah! App Store, $7, I think. I don't remember. I think it's like $7. Anyway, it's super dope. Because then whenever you hit something, it lets you see what it be. All right, so to throw things in here, all you got to do is drag and drop them. If you had a song file that you wanted to play or something of that nature, you just drag it in, and then boom. You'll be good gravy. Now, let's switch over to this other one here. Shenanigans. All right, so let me Option key this back out a little bit for y'all can see. Option key that back out. Man, I really love cropping. I don't know why, but I just do. Y'all do you. I like to crop. It's like Rex and Effects, crops for effects. All right. Check this hierarchy. You got to put the camera back on top. I'll bring it down. Cha. Now, inside here, you'll see all of my things. When we were doing that scene and I got auto muted, if you really want to make sure that doesn't happen again, all you have to do is go into your preferences window, go to audio, and automatically mute microphone and guest audio during video playback. If I turn that off, because I'm always doing demos and I rarely play videos live in a show, I would probably set my thing to this. And so now I never have to worry about that happening. If you find you do that a lot, just turn this off, right? If you show videos and you want to talk about it or you want to explain something, just turn this off and you won't have that problem again. All right. So you'll see, here's my Rodecaster Duo, and it does all of the myriad things. Even when it makes noise, right? I got music in here. Like those are coming through. Those aren't on sound effects. These are on sound effects, right? And then I have individual sliders for all of the above. If and when I were to play a subsequent movie film in the background, let me move this out the way. Keynote, you're in my way. If I was to pick up Shelly and drop her back there and press play.
Hey everyone, it's Shelly from Shelly Saves the Day. I want to send some special love out to...
You see, and that's controlled by the volume slider down there and up here. So I tend to not mess with this one. I tend to adjust the one that's on the screen. The reason why you guys can't see it is because she's back there, right? Let me just make this like this so you can see. So if I press play,
Ecamm fans,
so I'm controlling the volume here.
how much I love you all. I love your product, and I love being in a...
I like rarely touch this one down here. I'd rather just control it individually there. And that only works for full screen movies. I just have these overlays on top. So let's go back to that. Thanks, Shelly. You're very integral in that portion of the demo. You know what I'm saying? Right, Gretch? Like, I don't know. I never mess with this. I'll try to leave this be. I'll leave these locked on 80 at all chances. The reason why I had this one jacked up earlier is when I was doing the master class with David, he was using AirPods as a mic. Yeah, I know. But hey, software is dope. Anyway, so you can go like that. I don't use system audio. You might need to. I just don't because I have Rodecaster. So if I need to have audio come from, what's this thing called? A browser or something of that nature. Let me show you what I mean by that. If you it's coming through my Rodecaster. You'll see we have this mode button, right? So I don't use system audio. The reason why you would use system audio, if you want sound to come from your computer that's not going to get piped into your Rodecaster Pro or Rodecaster Duo in this case, or Streamer X, or something of that nature. Okay, so that covers that. And then let's just do one more. I pressed this a lot during the show. That's my camera switcher. You guys saw me using this religiously. This is where I do it. I no longer, you can see from my Ecamm screen, I no longer have the cameras on the screen. To me, they just get in my way. I don't like that. I use the camera switcher. It's so much easier to just do things from here and just put them around. And if I want to add a new, boom, I can just throw it up there, right? If I want to bring in my guests, boom, I just throw it up there, right? If I want to change this to the top and the guest to the middle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is so much simpler than doing the other way. Now, these are all my sources that are here. I have my camo camera. Hey, I didn't even know you were still on. Hey, Eden. This is my camo camera. It's wireless, right? So I could take my camo camera and drop it here. Woo! There's my overhead shot. I have two. I have an Insta360 link. There. There's my light. And then my other light. And then my other light. And then I made that and a laser machine. Jeremy, do not do that to these people. Jeremy is correct. However, if you have a hard time tying your shoes and using a computer at the same time, don't mess with that. It is cool, but I don't want to support it. But it is cool. I actually have it. I just don't do it like that. See? Audio hijack. Anyway, so all in there. That's the camera switcher. What's really cool, the reason why I don't use this side and I always use the A-B side, because I can assign anything to anything. So I can assign my Insta360 link to that. I can assign my camo camera to that. So if I want to drop in my camo camera now, I just know that it's camera C. Here's the other reason why this is dope, is if I were to make a whole blank scene and just use the camera position, I can use buttons to swap my cameras. I'm just pressing 1, 2, and 3. Boom. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Hey, Andy, what are you doing in Spain? He's hanging out in Ibiza. He's at a rave. The underhead shot. Yes. So I had the overhead shot and then the underhead shot. Like, you'll never find. All right. I think we did it, fam. Hey, let's do some Q&A. I'll give y'all a couple of minutes of Q&A. Y'all can ask any kind of crazy questions about any kind of crazy stuff, and then we can do that. And then I'm going to go hang out in Discord. Oh, I know what. Oh, goodness. Why is he crazy? This is important. I forgot to tell you that if you haven't done so already, you want to do the giveaway. Paul, you didn't remind them neither. I don't even see no comments from Paul about the demo. Not the demo, about the giveaway. Paul's fired too. Make sure you haven't done so already. You go and enter the giveaway. The giveaway will give you all kind of cool stuff. Let me do this. Let me show you. I'm going to pull up a page so that you can see the customer appreciation giveaway. We're having a giveaway. We're giving away a lot of stuff too. But the secret code for the giveaway for the demo is Team Demo. I think I said that right. Let me just double check, make sure I don't screw you guys up. I swear I did this before. Yes, Team Demo. So make sure you go to the giveaway and you do all of the cool stuff, and then make sure that you put in the secret code word Team Demo, TEAMDEMO, and that is the secret code word for the demo if you haven't already done so today. Oh, you live there. That's cool. That is cool. I would live there, but I don't like FC Barcelona. I'm a Manchester United fan, so I would have to just be there. No, I'm just joking. I would love it just for the food. I would be like, oh my God. Because over here, the what is the word I'm looking for? The Iberico ham or whatever is super expensive, but it's so delicious. And then if I lived there, I would be feasting supreme on papas bravas. Let me take you guys to this. Paul, you're repeating yourself. That's the first sign of aging. Here you go, guys. This is what I want to show you. Not that, this one. All right. So you go here and send us a picture showing us your studio. You get 5 points. Join the Discord server, another 3 points. If you buy some merch or whatever, or just look at it, boom, you get some points. Sign up for the newsletter, points. Follow us on IG, YouTube, points. Enter the secret code, Team Demo, points, right? And then do the Switch Pod situation, points. And then sign up for the Ecamm newsletter, points. And then you get to enter. And so far, there's 17 days left, and 15,437 people have entered. So that's all you need to know. All right, cool. Damn, 25 years. Good Lord, it sounds like me. I came to Hawaii on vacation almost 40 years ago. I ain't never left. Still here. Still here. All right, fam. Oh, no. Bye, Andy. Get out. Get out right now. Oh, God. Now I get to yell at Andy all this season because we just started preseason anyway. Not Man City. Dang it. Look back there. United. Good to have you here, Andy. Gang, I'm going to finish and pop into the Discord, hang out for a little bit. If you want to go in there and try some of these things out. I want to say this before I leave. Hold on. This is important. I think a lot of people are trying to do all of this, and a very common thing, all of the old school people that's in the chat, they know this already, and the old school people in the chat, they probably did it too. Everybody starts out trying to do all the things and trying to like over complicate their stream. They just put all these things, and that's where you get messed up. I think from the beginning, you should keep it simple and just get the product out. It's called MVP, minimum viable product. You should do minimum viable product, get that nailed down. Once you got that so smoothly that you could do it with your eyes shut, then you can add an extra element. To be honest with you, half of the elements that people add, your audience either doesn't notice or doesn't care. So a lot of that adding extra stuff is your ego because you watch somebody else do it and you think if you do it, that's going to somehow add to the coolness of whatever. If you pay attention to my actual streams, I don't do anything crazy. I just don't even bother. Like, I leave everything as super simple as possible. Okay, now Andy's my friend. We're back to being friends again, Andy. Yes, I leave it as plain Jane as possible because I'm also the same person that would tell you a ribeye steak needs salt and pepper. Stop. Garlic on the side maybe, but like no secret grandma's rub and all other weirdness. Like, you let the flavor of the thing stand out. Let the flavor that you have stand out by just having your content nailed down, keeping your show simple. As you get better and it's almost secondhand to you, then would be a good time to like go through the level up process. I also think it's hyper important that as you learn something new that you want to add to your situation, write it down. Keep notes. Have yourself an Ecamm notebook by your side. So you can keep these things in your head because it's very easy to like see something and then you want to do it and then you don't have any notes. And when you try to do it, you can't do it and it messes you up. But yeah, I would say in the beginning, keep it simple. We do the demo every single Friday, and most of you people have seen it enough time that you should be relatively gangster at this anyway, but it's probably much better to slow it down, take your time, and just keep things simple and go from there. Yeah, Hank, no A1 sauce. No A1 sauce at all. You're killing me. All right, fam. That was dope. I will see you guys in the Discord. I'm going to pop in real quick. I do have a Zoom call coming up after this. I have to walk somebody through a process. So, but yeah, I'm going to pop in the Discord real quick. If you are over on the Ecamm Discord, make sure you go and jump in, and we'll be hanging out in the rec room. And yeah, just come through. Right? Thank you, Eden. I'm like you. I have 3-4 scenes for all my shows. Literally, it's me and the browser, and maybe I'll show the overhead because somebody needs to see how to connect something. Normally, I just stay out of it because it's just not necessary. It's like we add so much things, and then we overcomplicate it, and then we wonder why stuff don't work. So I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, fam. I appreciate you guys. You guys rock. Check out this particular scene, though.
Coming straight out of Ecamm. fam is the name of the sham. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the sham. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam.